Files Senator John Fetterman, D.P.A. Jared Bernstein's Capitol Hill in Washington on Tuesday, April 18, 2023. Listens to the president of the White House Economic Consultants.He made a deep personal and intimate interview with Press Meet. Washington Senator John Fetterman agrees to make dark conversations vague and seek treatment for depression before hitting the emergency brake. He remembers 3 school-age children. Therefore, on February 15, Maryland, Bethesda, Maryland entered the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. And so I assume that it would be the end of my career, he said when he was treated for clinical depression. Fetterman was still cope with stroke effects he had experienced in May 2022 during his campaign for one of the most debated seats of Senate. My heart stopped technically, and this was a very touch and movement condition, Fetter Fetterman said. 54. A pacemaker, atrial fibrillation and cardiomyopathy, 2 heart conditions to manage. A defibrillator was implanted. The victory of Republican Mehmet Oz helped the Democrats to control Senate and turned him into a national figure. It was the height of his political career. I really scared my children and thought, you won. Dad, why are you still so sad? Why are you more upset? And it was hard to explain why. So much so that he said he begged not to go to D.C. His favorite holiday was approaching, but he couldn't think of buying Christmas gifts for his children and cursing Capitol Hill at the beginning of the new year. In 2 months, Walter Reed was in the Reed. Fetterman said this. Everyone who knows that they could not take a conversation and depression myself starts make dark conversations with them to harm them. And things continued. Mark the list, and then I hit the emergency brake. I knew I needed help. He added. Fetterman had never discussed his war with depression before he controlled Walter Reed. According to Office, his depression left Walter Reed at the end of March after a 6-week inpatient treatment with remission. When a patient responds to treatment, doctors describe them as they will return to normal social functions and are indistinguishable from someone who has no depression. Since then, Fetterman has become a visible being in Capitol, joking with journalists, joking with his colleagues, and spoke at the Senate hearings. Fetterman presented this guidance to others who are currently confronted with a really dark holiday time. Orum, I know that last year was deserted, and this year may be deserted.